Idaho has gotten its share of national attention of late because we're growing so fast, because our housing costs are rising even faster, and because our executive branch is going through some things. But not all attention, national attention, has to be negative. That growth has helped highlight Idaho and its leadership. For example, Canyon County Sheriff Kieran Donahue was recently elected as a vice president on the National Sheriff's Association's executive committee. So now Idaho has a seat at the table within one of the largest nonprofit associations of law enforcement professionals in the country. Why is that important? Well, the National Sheriff's Association works very closely with Washington, with lawmakers on issues that local communities face. Sheriff Donahue is now in a position to advocate for Idaho in a way that no other Idaho sheriff has.
When things happen in Congress, when bills are being heard, when the Supreme Court is looking to look at cases, the National Sheriff's Office does a lot of amicus briefs. We are asked constantly to weigh in on those issues before they even get to a congressman, before they get to a senator, before they get to the Supreme Court. I'm now in part of that discussion each and every day. And so, my phone rings or my computer, that we've got an email, we need to address this. Someone needs to weigh in on it. Well, I'm willing to weigh in on it and give my perspective, but that's just one perspective. We want all of our organizations' input so that we can help guide that discussion and really help guide that decision making.
As a vice president on the National Sheriff's Association Executive Committee, Donahue will have the unique opportunity to bring Idaho issues and perspectives to the national conversation. He says this is a great development for Idaho, who now has an important seat at the table.
The fact that Idaho is now kind of centerpiece, that's pretty significant. It really has to be underscored that we've never had a sheriff at this position, at this level. And so when we're talking with Congress, we're talking with the administration, the city administration at the time, then Idaho is well represented, or I hope to be well represented for Idaho out there, and we can bring these issues to hand and we can help form policy and we can help form the parameters of things that we need to address that affects all of us.
Having a key position with such a powerful organization, what Idaho issues are you hoping to bring to the table and get more traction with?
Yeah, that's a great point. Part of that, first and foremost, is really what we always come back to in these conversations, and that's the illicit drug trade, the cartels of Mexico. It's not the good people of Mexico that we're in a battle with. God bless people wanting to make a better life for themselves, whether you're from Ecuador or Guatemala or Yemen or Syria or wherever, right? They're coming here for a reason. We have to set the rhetoric aside, and I think that's part of my job, is to help with that and put policy in place so that we can give them that opportunity, because what's happening now is they're being victimized by the Mexican cartels in such dramatic fashion. It's indescribable. It's unspeakable, heinous crimes to children, to women especially, where they're placed into work programs far from that border throughout our United States with very criminal-oriented people that are indentured servitude. I mean, that's slavery, quite frankly. And it's the human trafficking side, the sex trafficking side. If we just stop for a moment and get rid of the rhetoric and say, yes, we have different views, but we have a common view and a common goal, and that's to address the victimization of those people. And that's really a big goal of mine, is to continue to drive that point forward.
And with this new position and what you're in line to do over the next few years, you feel more empowered now to do something about this? I
do feel more empowered. It's just like my work with domestic violence. I feel more empowered because, again, I'm going to be driving that conversation, and I'm going to be vocal about it. Respectful, professional, but vocal. We have to get to the root of the problem.
All right, Joe, Kieran Donahue put in this position about a week ago. Now what?
Well, he's going to serve as what is called the third vice president for this association. And the way it works is every year they have a new president. So in 3 years, in 2024, Sheriff Donahue is going to be the president of the National Sheriff's Association, which is a very big responsibility, and it really is a hallmark for Idaho law enforcement. As Sheriff Donahue highlighted for us this afternoon, he's the first Idaho sheriff to be in the position he's in now, and he says he's excited to take on the responsibility he has now and really into the future.
Yeah, more than just a seat at the table, like one of the head tables.
The seat at the table.
Exactly. All right, thank you very much, Joe.